Abbotsford school trustee is sharing the heart-wrenching story of her son's death to the toxic drug crisis. She says even though he tried to get help, the system failed him. Now she's calling for change so other lives can be saved. CTV's Michelle Bernaro has more on her journey to make sure Jacob Wilson doesn't become just a statistic.
I miss his hugs. I miss having him at family dinners. I miss him doing the most unexpected things.
Shirley Wilson misses her son Jacob. At the age of 21, his life took an awful turn when he went partying with a friend after losing his job.
Head struck, completely run over, but not trapped.
Jacob was lying in the middle of a road just before 3 o'clock in the morning.
He was run over by a pickup truck.
He died and they resuscitated him 3 times.
Though he miraculously survived, he suffered traumatic injuries.
When he was run over, his face was caught by a tire and there's significant damage to his face and his eye.
He was also left with a significant head injury that doctors warned could lead to psychosis. It did. And while his mom says Jacob had dabbled in drugs before, he later became dependent on them.
It became a place, a refuge for him because of the mental distress that he had. And of course, drugs create psychosis as well.
She says her son was looking for help for his addiction.
He really looked hard for help and was rejected at places, private places, that could have helped him but said, "You're too complicated."
In November of 2021, he ended up in Abbotsford Hospital after overdosing.
They discharged my son twice in 48 hours when he was needing help. And he was willing to take the help. He wanted it. And they turned their back on him.
He died of a fentanyl overdose just hours after being sent home. He was just 24.
Like, it changes so fast.
Now Wilson has teamed up with Abbotsford Police to produce a video about Jacob's life.
We need to humanize what is happening in this epidemic. We need people to recognize that there are individuals who are loved and cared for and supported that still can't get those services that they need. This is not their choice to become an addict.
Happy birthday, dear Jacob.
Wilson says her son doesn't get to tell his story, so she's sharing it, hoping to help others.
I think he'd be cheering me on.
Michelle Bernaro, CTV News, Abbotsford.